Well, we are starting off the morning in the Charlie Wilson KitchenAid kitchen with our very own celebrity chef, Chef Brandy Alexander. With Valentine's Day only a few days away, I think we need a little bit of meal inspiration. And Brandy, you are bringing it this morning. It's going to look so classy and elevated, but really, it's going to be super simple and easy.
You know, I've designed, a meal from start to finish that anyone can make. You don't have to know how to cook, but you will look like you know what you're doing. You know, restaurants are crowded on Valentine's Day.
They are.
If you don't already have a reservation, you're probably not going to get one. You're going to be fighting traffic. It's cold. Why not either do it yourself to impress your sweetheart or do it together, as a couple's dinner.
And we have to kick things off with some drinks.
Yes. Okay. So first we're going to do, kind of our sips and snacks, I like to call it,
Okay.
Appetizers and drinks.
Yeah.
Nothing says Valentine's Day like strawberries and champagne.
Yeah.
But, you want to kick it up a notch. It's a little cliche, so we're doing a little spin on it.
Okay.
I'm going to be using strawberry sauce. You're going to be using raspberry sauce. You can
because
pick
your girl
your
is
choice.
allergic to everything.
Yes. And this is a homemade strawberry and raspberry sauce that I'm using, but you can easily use a strawberry sauce or jam or preserve from the store. It does not have to be homemade. So you're going to put about ½ ounce or a little more if you like it a little sweeter in the bottom of your glass. And then this is what's really going to elevate your cocktail. This is elderflower liqueur.
Ooh.
It is delicious. It's very floral, but a little bit goes a long way.
Okay.
So we're only going to do about ½ ounce right there in our glass, and I'll give this to you to pour in yours.
Okay.
The only other thing we need is a squeeze of lemon juice in each one.
This is already like reminding me of spring. We need all of the spring vibes, and it's going to warm up a little bit this week, so that will get me even more excited too.
And then you're just going to top it off with a Brut dry champagne. You can use a Moscato if you like, or just a sparkling wine, but you already have a lot of sweetness from your strawberry or raspberry sauce. So the dry champagne is, going to work a little better with it.
Yeah.
And then you've got a few raspberries right here. If you want to, just throw one in yours as a garnish. I've just cut a little slice in my strawberry on the side.
You can even do some fancy ice cubes.
Yes, yes. And I mean, isn't it just gorgeous?
Gorgeous. You put some raspberries in there.
It's delicious.
Cheers.
Cheers. And then you can sip on these. That elderflower liqueur, you have to be careful with it. It's kind of like smoked paprika. A little bit goes a long way, but it's delicious.
You can taste it too, that aftertaste. It's a little bit different.
Yes. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is also fun. It can be interactive. You can do it together. All girls love flowers, right?
Yes.
Well, some of them don't, but I bet they like meat flowers.
There we go.
So we are actually
Gotta get our protein in.
Yes, we're going to make a charcuterie bouquet. It serves as an appetizer and as a gift.
Fun.
Okay, so charcuterie roses are actually really easy to make. We've got little plastic shot glasses here, and you're going to want to take that stack of salami.
Okay.
So all you're going to do is take it and put about 1/3 of it down into the cup and fold it over the rim.
Oh, fold it over the rim.
Yes. Now, I'm sure the viewers at home may not be able to see exactly perfectly what we're doing, but the full video of this is on my Instagram where I show you step by step. And then you're just going to go over about 1/2 inch and fold another one over. And just keep going around and around your circle.
So you're creating the petals one by one.
Yes. And it only takes, about a minute to do. About 13 to 15 slices will give you a nice, beautiful rose. Just going to keep that going. You've got some spicy salami, and I've got some that is encased in a pepper. It's a peppered salami.
Oh my gosh,
Just for a little contrast of colors. You can use pepperoni as well, and make them red. And then the more you add, the fuller it gets.
Oh my gosh, that's
look, you
gorgeous.
flip it over and look at this beautiful rose.
What?
I mean, we made this in less than a minute. If you're making these ahead of time, leave your little plastic shot glass or your glass one on top of it until you use it. But look how perfect it is.
I love yours specifically. I mean, mine's cute, but yours, that edge, really makes it pop.
The pepper, yes. And see, the deeper you go, the taller the center of your flower is. Okay, now I want you to set your flower to the side.
Okay.
You're gonna take your 3 slices right here.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna make rosebuds.
Okay.
We just need 3 pieces of salami. We're gonna fold them over almost halfway.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got it folded over almost halfway.
Yep.
And then all you're gonna do is just tightly roll it up. And look at this perfect little beautiful rosebud we have.
So cute.
Now I'm going to secure it with a toothpick, but if you do these ahead of time and just chill them, you can take the toothpick out and they'll stay secure. If you do them last minute, that's okay. You can put them in there with your toothpick.
Cute.
Okay, we're going to do the same thing with some thinly sliced provolone. Now, when you're using your salami and prosciutto, you want it to be really cold. You want your cheese to kind of be room temp. It's easier to fold. So we just have some provolone slices that are cut in half. We're just going to use 2 for this, and we're going to gently roll those up to make some white rosebuds. Look how pretty they are.
I love it.
Toothpick.
And we have to show the final
Yes.
result of it.
Here we've got some just
beautiful.
folded flowers there. Take you some, you know, these are blueberry almonds for some color, some pistachios. I've taken a toothpick right here and just done some like mozzarella balls and tomatoes, and you just kind of nestle your flowers all in here. You know, it's got some kale for some greenery, and it's a delicious, gorgeous snack.
So while we're sipping and snacking on these, we're actually going to prepare a full-on meal and dessert. We can't forget about dessert too. So that will be coming up. Chef Brandy, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping by. And she's coming back in the next half hour.